Welcome, folks, to another episode of Dski Grills. Do I have a treat for you? Today, we are making 2 slabs of St. Louis style ribs on one of my old time favorites. Can you guess what it is? It's the Gateway Drum Smoker. Let's go. Folks, so you saw that intro. So simple enough. We have 2 slabs of St. Louis style ribs. I'm going to get these babies seasoned up, but the real star of the show is going to be the Gateway Drum Smoker. It's probably been 2 years since I've cooked on this wonderful barrel smoker, all right? So we're going to get this baby fired up, get it up to temperature. We're going to be cooking it around 225 to 250 degrees. I hope you guys remember what's so special about this drum smoker. What it really is, it is how the juices fall back down into the barrel, hit that flame, and just burst awesome flavor back into your meat, okay? So we're gonna do as always. I'm gonna take you to the cutting board. I'm gonna show you step by step how we're gonna season. We'll get out there and fire up that Gateway Drum Smoker. Before you know it, we'll be back at the cutting board checking out the final product of these apple smoked St. Louis style ribs made on the Gateway Drum Smoker. And as always, let's get cooking. All right, folks, so we're at the cutting board. I really want to show you just how beautiful these ribs look. Look at the awesome, vibrant color they have. Now, quick story. I'm at the grocery store really just going to pick up some chicken legs, okay? So I was going to smoke some chicken legs. I have a problem when I'm at the store, right? I cannot pass up good-looking quality meats, okay? Now, I was able to get these slabs at around $11 a piece, so it's also a good sale on them. So what are you going to do, right? It looks like we're cooking ribs today. All right, so what we're going to do is go ahead and get these slabs, lay it on the cutting board. I've already rinsed them off. And what I want to do, folks, is just score them, okay? They almost looked perfect the way they are. Little bits of fat here and there. You got a flap here I definitely want to get rid of, so we'll take this flap off. Okay, so we got the flap removed there. This one here, same thing, just not much to do here. So they trimmed them really good. The butcher did a good job of taking these from spare ribs down to St. Louis style ribs and not leaving a whole lot of work to do for the consumer, right? So you always like stuff like that. Okay, so we got those flaps off. All we're going to do is simple scoring because I don't do a whole lot of removing the membrane anymore. You don't have to do that. You get these babies scored really good, and all I'm saying is crisscross pattern. So I'm coming right on down, doing lines this way, like tic-tac-toe, right? And we're just going to come back the other way and come like this, okay? As these things are cooking, you never taste this. This is absolutely an easy way to get your ribs fired up. This membrane is chopped up and it's just going to render down, okay? And it won't be a problem whatsoever. See a little piece right here we want to cut off. And that's the thing, right? So just a little bit of trimming, that's all you have to do. Let's do the same scoring on this slab here. Multiple lines vertical, multiple lines horizontal. Now what we have is the ribs that are ready to be seasoned just that fast. Okay, so I'm going to get all this extra thrown away. And what we'll do is go ahead and start that seasoning process. So we'll move right into that. Okay, let me get my hands clean. Mustard as a binder, as always. We'll do one line right here on the back side here. Mustard's getting low. I have to get another bottle. Might be able to push through for this though. Let's see. Yeah, we'll be okay. Okay, so mustard as a binder. We'll go ahead and get that rubbed in. Doesn't take a lot. You know what we're trying to do. We're trying to get our rubs, our seasonings to adhere to the meat. So it doesn't take much. Those who don't know, you will never taste mustard in your final product. This acidity, I think, has a really good thing it does as far as helping to add more flavor and break down the meat as well. Okay, we're going to come back first with my tried and true. That's the It's Incredible, and get us a layer of that. both slabs. So these are definitely a Heaven Made product run that we're doing today, right? So It's Incredibles from Heaven Made Products. Then we're going to come back with the Texas Best Rib Rub, which is another product from Heaven Made Products. Love both of them. Okay, we'll go a little more generous here, just to build that flavor up. We want that profile right. We're talking about some delicious ribs. We're talking about an awesome smoker in the Gateway Drum Smoker. So I figure let's be great today. All right. Okay, pretty good. Little pat on both slabs. And then, of course, we're going to flip and repeat. So let's get these babies flipped over and do the same thing on the top of our ribs. It's like ribs are always in season. You know, when do you not want a good smoked rib? And then we're going to hit it with apple chunks today. Goodness gracious, man. Fruit woods with pork is definitely something special. Okay, let's come back with the Texas Best Rib Rub. We'll do like we always do once we get done here, and let these babies hang out on the cutting board and continue soaking in flavors while we go and get that drum smoker fired up. All right, and what I'm going to do is transfer these to a cooking sheet. So put these on the sheet here. All right, get this out of the way. Let's just see what we got. Okay, so there's our beautiful ribs right there ready to show out. I'll meet you guys outside. We can check out the Gateway Drum Smoker together. All right, so we're out at the Gateway Drum Smoker. Now check it out, folks. 2 years later, all right? So I'm so impressed. This baby still looks absolutely amazing, right? So you have that beautiful electric blue. If you guys remember, I used to do so many cooks on this thing a few years back. Now, what we have encountered with it being outside for the last 2 years, even though I had it covered, Texas sun just beat that cover to dust, okay? And I'll show you what I mean. Here's a piece of the cover that used to be on there. So it's just broken up. It's gotten so dry and brittle. Now, what that ended up causing is some rusting on the handle because water was seeping through, and on the edge of the handle. So I ordered some more paint that matches the grill perfectly. I'm going to do a little sanding, get this baby right back up to tip-top shape, all right? But as for the body, it just looks absolutely amazing, all right? So what I want to do, I want to bring you in close. We're going to get this thing fired up. For those who haven't seen the Gateway Drum Smoker in action, this ought to be a treat for you. Let's get up close. Okay, so looking inside the barrel, you can see our large basket that we have. This basket will hold at least enough charcoal to cook for 10 to 12 hours, okay? So I got it filled up with Jealous Devil Lump charcoal, all right? So we'll get that put back now. All right, now what I want to do, when you fire up the Gateway Drum Smoker, I like to light it in the middle, and it just starts burning low and slow all throughout the inside of the chamber, right? But I also like to go ahead and add whatever wood I'm going to be using for the cook. So I'm going to come on back. Let's put some apple wood in here. Okay, so we got some nice apple chunks. We'll go ahead and get them kind of just, again, sporadically throughout. Put some here, maybe put one over here, and maybe there, okay? So we're coming back with the torch, and you know I love to use my grill gun. So we will be using the grill gun to get this baby fired up. And then once we do that, we can go ahead and finish the true grill setup, because then we don't have to worry anymore. I mean, we'll be at that point where we can get our ribs set up and be good to go, okay? So let's fire it up. All right, and we're going to go right in the middle here. Now with the grill gun, you know, it's easy to light this up. You know, it doesn't take but a few seconds, as you can see. Once it catches, it's going to go ahead and start spreading, all right? So again, sets up your low and slow, and you're good to go, all right? So we'll get back together once we get a beautiful glow on the inside, and then I'll show you the rest of the grill setup. Okay, so hopefully you can see where we're starting to ash over. It'll take a little bit. I'm not in a hurry right now. What I'm going to do is go ahead and put the lid on, but first I want to put the rib rack in place and let you see that. So we're hanging these slabs today, so we're going to get our rib rack in place right here. I'm going to put hooks into the ribs, and all I'm going to do is hook them right up under the second bone. So when I bring them out, I'll show you what I mean. So think about it. We'll have our ribs hanging. Okay, I'll probably hang one right here where it's not directly up under the smoke. I'll probably hang another one on that side, okay? And let those babies do their thing, all right? So we'll put this lid on, or rusty lid on, and hey, no shame here. It's what we got going on. But luckily, I do have more paint coming. But we have our lid back in place. We're going to go ahead and open up our damper right here, okay? So our exhaust is open, all right? And I want you to see that I opened up our intake right here. So 100% open on this side here, just wide open, so we can get that airflow going in and out of the exhaust and get ourselves up to that 225 degrees, maybe in the next 15-20 minutes. So I'll see you guys when it's time to hang the ribs. All right, folks, so we are back. We are at 250 degrees on the Gateway Drum Smoker. It's time to get these ribs added, all right? So you know what it's all about. We are now at my favorite part of the video, and you know what that is. Let's get cooking. Dski is happy today, folks, because we get a chance to fire up the Gateway Drum Smoker, get us 2 beautiful slabs of ribs added on this hanging method, and they're going to be phenomenal. They're going to be absolutely amazing. So let's get going. We'll go ahead and get this thing opened up. I'll hang them, and then I'll let you see how they look, okay? So I did do like I told you. I was going to go on the second bone. So second bone on this slab, and I'm going to get these babies hanging offset of the fire, okay? So we're going on in, let them hang right there on the side, and we're going to do the same thing with slab number 2. 2 bones in, and hang those babies. Oh my God, it's going to be great, okay? So let me bring you in close, let you see how they look. You'll see how they're indirect off the fire. We're going to close this baby down so we can get it regulated, okay? Because one thing about the drum smoker, you get that fire up too high, this thing will get angry. So let me show you up close. Okay, so you see our 2 slabs of ribs hanging out? And if you look closely, you'll also see that this fire is starting to act up, okay? That means it's time to get the lid on, regulate, check those temps, make sure you get that baby dialed in. So we'll get back together in about 2 hours, and I'll let you see how these babies are coming. All right, so we're back. We're about 2 hours in, maybe an hour and 45 minutes. I want to go ahead and do the first spritz, all right? Now, just so you guys know, it's about 55 degrees out here today. This thing is showing out, all right? I've been between 225 and 250 the entire cook. I did have to come out at one point, and all I'm doing is playing with the intake here and just either moving it in a little bit or out. Not a lot of adjustments in between, but it's just windy. The grill itself, you got to think about it. It's a barrel, okay? So it's not a lot of thick insulation. So that's why you really got to monitor and watch what you're doing here. But it's a pleasure to cook on, okay? So let's go ahead now and do the first spritz together. See how these ribs are coming along. Now, folks, cooking on a barrel smoker is really a pleasure. You get a chance to really get some awesome smoke flavor. You can see how beautiful these ribs are coming along. But like anything else, you need to get some moisture, okay? So I'm coming on in and just hitting these babies real quick. This mixture is no more than water and apple cider vinegar. That's all we're using today. And I just want to hit them one time. Get them spritzed. Yeah, they're looking really good. Really good. Beautiful mahogany colors coming along. I'm going to go ahead and get it shut back down because this grill will get angry, okay? So if you can see right here, it doesn't take long and this thing gets fired up. So you need to get the lid back on so you control your temperatures and make sure this thing stays right between that 225 and 250. So we'll get back together when it's time to wrap. All right, we are back at you, okay? This has been around 2.5, almost 3 hours later. We have hung our ribs. These babies have taken in all the smoke they need to take. And folks, we have this beautiful mahogany color here, okay? These things are looking amazing, okay? So what I'm gonna do next is go ahead and unhook them, all right? So we'll take our hooks out on both slabs. And we're going traditional with a little flair, okay? So I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So we have these ribs. We're gonna go face side down. And all I wanna do, folks, is come back first with our butter. So we have this parquet squeeze butter. We're gonna get a little bit of that added right across, okay? We're gonna come back with our brown sugar. I want to add a little heat to these ribs today. So the plan is to come with sweet heat, right? So we come back with our brown sugar, all right? A little bit more. We ain't driving, so we can just add a little bit, right? And then last but not least, we're gonna come back with some cayenne pepper, okay? So I want to hit it with cayenne pepper to add a little bit of sweet heat, okay? A little bit of that. Got to watch that. This stuff gets crazy hot. Then we're going to come back with our water and apple cider vinegar. Okay, that's all we're doing, and we're going to wrap as normal. I had to move the camera to this side because the sun is coming in and there was no way you're going to have any chance of seeing this. So let's move this over. We'll do one fold with a crease. We'll come back with the other side. Now I'm handling this with care because I don't want holes in my foil, okay? We want this sealed, a nice pocket. So we'll fold that really nice, and then we're just going to fold our edges. Showed you this on videos in the past. We're going to fold our edges to make a nice pocket. Come over here, do the same thing. Fold our edges to make a nice pocket. Okay? So that's rack number one. We'll move this to the side, get our hooks out the way. And again, just love this color. Just love this color. I mean, these things look great, folks. Just wonderful. Let me bring you in close because I'm hoping the sun's not messing it up. I want you to see how pretty they are. Look at this color. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful mahogany color. Okay? Okay, let's get these wrapped. Sometimes the sun will mess it up. Got to make sure you can see this beauty in work, right? This Gateway drum smoker is a rib making machine. Okay, so we're going back after folding this side to the Gateway drum smoker. We're going to go face side down with these ribs. So everything that we put here is going to start coming down, getting onto the top of the ribs as well, okay? Now, it's no big deal now. Now I just want to stay more into the barbecue zone. So what am I saying? After you pass 250 degrees, you're out of the smoke zone, okay? No more smoking. Now we're going to go ahead and start barbecuing. So I want to stay somewhere between 250 and 275 for about an hour, no more than an hour and a half. These ribs ought to be almost done. We'll take the foil off, let them cook on the rack for the last 10-15 minutes, and then we'll meet at the cutting board. But let's head outside real quick. I put the regular grill grate back in, and I went ahead and removed the rib rack, okay? So that's out of there. We have the regular grill grate. Show that to you really quick. This thing is hot, okay? So this is what we have in place. Lay this thing back down, or try to. It's hot. Of course, I am on fire right now because this is what I do. Okay, so we have this thing in place. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and add the ribs and do it fast, right? Because again, this thing gets hot. So we're laying face side down our ribs. We're going to shut this baby down. Make sure it doesn't get too angry. I've choked off pretty much as I can. The reason it got really hot is because when I changed that rib rack out, I had the grill open, right? So I had the top off, and I'm telling you, these drum smokers get hot fast. So the fact that I have it choked down here, I'm going to choke it down a little bit here on our exhaust. We should get those temperatures back down to around 275, which will be absolutely amazing, right? That's going to get these babies done in about an hour, hour and a half. So it's an awesome, awesome method, okay? Cooking on these drum smokers are so fun. They give you a chance to really, really hone in your skills on managing temperatures, coming out, making those adjustments, seeing how they work based on the wind, based on the temperature. It's an awesome way to become a true, true pit master. So I'll see you guys back at the cutting board, I guess. We'll just do it like that once we're done, and I'll show you the final product of these beautiful apple smoked St. Louis style ribs made on the Gateway drum smoker. See you at the cutting board. All right, folks, we are back 5.5 hours later. It is time to check out the final product of our apple smoked St. Louis style ribs made on the Gateway drum smoker. So we can talk about real quick what we did. At the end, we're going to do a taste test. I have a surprise guest that you all haven't seen in a while, and they will join me in tasting these ribs, okay? So here's what we did, folks. We started off with 2 slabs of St. Louis style ribs. If you remember, we hit them with mustard as a binder. We came back with the double dose, right? We went heaven-made products all the way through and through on these babies, and that's with the It's Incredible and the Texas Best Rib Rub. We let them sit on that cutting board. We went outside, and I showed you that Gateway drum smoker. 2 years since I've cooked on this thing. And I'm telling you, it was just like the first day. Got a chance to get that baby set. We actually added our apple wood. We did the hang method, okay? So you got a chance to see me spritz. You got a chance to see how awesome that grill can be. We brought them in. We wrapped them. We put them back out there. 2.5 hours after that, here we are at the cutting board. Let's get in close and let me show you these before we do our taste test. So as you can see just how beautiful these ribs are, you can see the sheen that we have. What I'm gonna do is cut 2 ribs. I'm gonna bring in our special guest and we're gonna close this video out. So let's get one slab real quick together. I'm telling you folks, I'm so excited about this. Look at these babies, beautiful color all the way through and through. What I'll do is I'll go right in the middle while I got you guys here. I want you to see up close so you can see what we're gonna do and what we are truly tasting here. So there's a rib right here. We'll do another one right here. Oh my gosh, they're cutting like butter, okay? So let's check out what and see exactly before we do the taste test what this Gateway Drum Smoker is all about. What's it about? Beautiful smoke ring, tender, tender rib meat. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Okay, here's another one right here. You see the smoke ring defined? These things are going to be great, all right? Okay, time to show you the special guest, do the taste test, and close this out. All right, so as you can see, I have my ride or die chick with me. You guys hadn't seen her in a while. We have Mama Grills on the set today. What do you want to say, Mama Grills?
I want to say hello, YouTube. I've been eating all this time, but I just needed to make another showing. So
there you go. There you go.
Support Dski.
That's it. So what we're going to do, like we said, we're going to taste these babies and close this out. So Mama Grills, we got 2 right here. You want to grab one?
I want that in, you know.
That's you.
I like it.
That is you. Look at that. Ooh, don't let it fall off on you. All right. Okay, so we're going to do this taste test. Let's see what they're about.
Done ribs in a while. It's stupid, y'all. It's falling off.
Now, if you remember,
Juicy.
I also added a little hint of cayenne. You don't really taste it, but I'm expecting to have a little bit of kick to these ribs, okay? Let's see.
It's subtle.
Subtle.
It's a subtle hint. Excuse us, y'all.
They're so tender. They're so juicy. They have so much awesome apple smoke flavor. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe to my channel. Let everyone know what Dski Grills is up to. And as always, at Dski Grills, grilling is not a pastime. It's a passion. My plan is to do more cooks again. We've brought it back up, right? 2 years ago. The Gateway Drum Smoker is back in effect. We'll do some more on here. But in the meantime, me and Mama Grills are going to enjoy the rest of these ribs. Cheers.
Cheers.
Catch you later.
Y'all take care.